Y'all ready for this?
Top of the morning to ya. We've got another car review for you today. Today we're reviewing the 2018 M2 Coupe. I'm just kidding, guys. But am I right when I say that every single car reviewer that's any good has a little bit of an English accent going on? Anyway, I'm not a car reviewer. I'm a real estate vlogger, builder, developer. I think vlogging goes last. I basically work like 7 days a week. I build homes and sell homes in Long Island, New York. But today we're gonna do something a little bit fun, a little bit different. I just picked up another BMW. For those of you that have watched the earlier episodes, you'll usually see a BMW steering wheel floating around somewhere in the background. I don't generally get to drive my nice car all day long, but I'll bust it out for the showings and for the evenings and for some of these vlog episodes. But I took a totally different direction with this purchase. I came out of a very big boat-like 5 Series and jumped into something fun that makes me feel like I'm a college kid again. And today we're going to be reviewing this car. My love affair with BMWs goes back to when I was in middle school. And at the time, the coolest BMW was definitely the E36 M3. It came out in '95. But they changed the chassis in '97, and that Astral Blue 97 M3 was my favorite car as a kid. And when the E46 M3 came out, I lost my mind. And when my best friend in high school got a BMW, he had an E46 3 Series. I was just obsessed, and as soon as, actually before I even got my driver's license, I won an auction on eBay on Christmas Eve for a '93 BMW 325 IS. I got a really good deal on it. It was in excellent shape. I picked it up from the dealership. I drove it home. I did not have a license. I falsely explained to my parents that the blue card that I had was a junior's license and I could drive to work with it. I lied. I got in trouble, and 3 hours later, that car was upside down in a parking lot, parked next to another car between the lines. Anyway, long story short, I really shouldn't have even gone to work that day. I just wanted to finish off my shift and show my friends my new car. It was like $5,500. I worked really hard to get to the point where I could even convince my parents to loan me the money to buy that car. And as a constant reminder of my stupidity, that car sat in my garage, semi-crushed, for all of my senior year of high school. And every day when I came in and out of the house, because I used the garage to get in and out to my bedroom, through the keypad, I was reminded of how stupid I was. And I continued riding my Huffy and working at King Cullen and suffering for the remainder of the year. But my love with BMWs did not stop then. The first thing you'll notice about this interior is that it's awfully simple. As you look down towards the shifter, you'll see there's really not a lot of buttons around. This car is equipped with the DCT transmission, which is a dual clutch. It's supposed to be faster than a manual. It is faster than a manual. The purists will be upset with me and say, well, if it's not a manual, it's not a real car. Listen, I'm on the phone all day. I'm working. I don't have time to be shifting gears all day. And the DCT experience that I had with the F80 M3 was unbelievable. So, you know, as you look around, you'll see, aside from a little bit of carbon fiber and a couple of necessary buttons, of course, you've got navigation, heated seats, heated steering wheel, but the door panels, the trim, it's very basic. And this really, truly wasn't meant to be a luxury car. This car is supposed to be the reincarnation of the E46 M3 and the predecessors before it, to get away from all the gadgetry, to get away from all the fanciness, and get back to the driver's experience. And that's exactly what you have here. You've got an inline 6 with a big turbo, fully rear-wheel drive, available in a manual or a DCT, and you can take it to the track, or you can put it in comfort mode and drive around all day long and enjoy yourself. When I say I slowly worked my way through the ranks of BMW, I'm not kidding. I got that 93, flipped it upside down, had it fixed, put it back on the road. I had a 97 3 Series, a 98 3 Series. I had a 2001 3 Series, 2002 3 Series. Up until this point, I had never had an M car. I grabbed a really, really nice 2002 330 M-Tech, which had the little bit of that M kind of looking body kit and had a manual transmission. And that's when I felt like I really started to experience what people really talk about, the essence of BMW. I picked up that car with 12,000 miles on it from the original owner, and got the itch a few months later, sold it and picked up a 335. I found a 20,000 mile 335 off lease. That was the N54 motor, which was an unbelievable proper twin turbo, 6-speed manual. Really enjoyed that car, and sold it to start my business. I had to take a number of steps back to start my business, and I never looked at it as an issue. Even when I bought this car, people are like, oh, you're taking a step back. I don't look at these things as step backs. This is what you do when you want to A, enjoy life, or B, move forward with your business. And I sold that freaking ridiculously hooked up, not mechanically, but I had an M Sport body kit, 335 IS wheels. I sold and bought myself an old E39 5 Series because I knew that it was what I had to do to grow the business. And so I kept that for several years, and then finally I broke my pledge. I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a brand new car. I've never done it before, and I leased an F10 5 Series. I had 2 of those. The first one went back as a lemon. I was able to sort of fight my way out of it, give it back, got an LCI, which was a facelift one in 2014, and then I really started to have fun after that. I grabbed the F80 M3, I got the M550 after that. I never keep my cars for the full lease, and we're gonna talk about that a little later in the episode. And after the M550, I promised my friend I would swap it to him. I was coming up on the end of 2018, and I thought I could get through the winter with just my pickup. And I know you saw that pickup truck episode, right? About how I stole that truck for $0. If you didn't, go back and watch it, please. It's a great episode. And I got the itch. I was coming up on the last couple of days of the year, and my buddy at BMW, Gabe, at Rally BMW in Westbury, you know, brought this one to my attention. I said, you know what? Let's just have fun. I want to be a kid again. I'll enjoy this for 6 months or a year. I got a good enough deal on it that I can put it back up on Swap Lease and get out at any time, and here we are. And now I'm going to really get into what I think makes this car special. The first thing that's striking about this car is the proportions. If you are a real BMW fan, you know that this car is just about the proportions of an E46 M3, which some say was the finest tuned inline 6 naturally aspirated motor that BMW ever made. And that exact 3.0 inline 6 basically makes its appearance here. But nowadays, everything's got to be turbocharged for fuel efficiency and for maximum power to keep up with these modern cars. But the proportions, the wheel arches, all the way around, this thing is just aggressive. You've got the cross-drilled rotors, Michelin Pilot tires. These are the same wheels that are available on the F80 M3s and M4s. The rear end is aggressive. I just had the tailpipes coated gloss black. I had the badge blacked out. I just wanted to clean up the appearance a little bit. I'm not a big fan of chrome. I didn't really get to choose the color. This is mineral gray metallic. Sometimes if you want the best deal on a car, you got to take what's sitting on the lot. And I mean, look at this thing. I mean, I had it ceramic pro'd, I had it cleaned up, I had the paint decontaminated, I had some tints put on, just minor cosmetic details like wrapping this gloss black grille. It was formerly chrome, and I mean, I'm in love. I've only driven it a couple hundred miles so far, but this thing's beautiful. So what do I think about this car so far? I believe that this is the most driver-oriented BMW that's on the market, and BMW makes a lot of models these days. Most definitely, I'm happy that I got the LCI version, which means in BMW language, life cycle impulse. They updated the taillights to an LED option. They gave you these beautiful adaptive LED headlights, and overall, I've only driven it about 200 miles, and I can't wait to break it in and really get into the power band. But this thing is a difference of night and day from the 550 that I was in before, obviously. And I feel like a kid again. I feel like I can really get into a car and enjoy it and not be floating around in some bubbly luxury automobile. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back to real estate on Tuesday, like every other week at 12 o'clock. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you don't already follow me on Instagram, @Pinnacle Real Estate is my handle. Have a great day, everyone.